Hey there, Mrs. Thompson's face looks different. Been to the dermatologist? A friend at the senior center caught me off guard with that one. No way, what dermatologist? I'm broke. But those wrinkles are less noticeable. What's your secret? Not telling. I couldn't help but touch my face. My friend was right, those smile lines seemed softer. The truth is, I've been using Vaseline from the drugstore lately. I got it for $5 a jar, and my friend's eyes widened. Seriously? That cheap stuff? I spend $200 a month on skincare, and you guys get this, right? Wrinkles deepen daily, making mirrors scary, and every pricey cream purchase feels like a gamble. Does it even work? Folks, today's video can end that worry in one go. For $5, you can get $200 worth of results. I'll show you how. Hi, I'm Dr. James Carter, 87, a retired surgeon. I've used this method on patients for 50 years. One 76-year-old patient looked 10 years younger in just 3 months. The secret? Vaseline. But not just slathering it on, there's a special trick. Skip this video, and tomorrow, a month, or a year from now, you'll still be wasting cash on fancy creams. Don't miss my Vaseline nighttime routine at the end. It's a game changer. Without it, Vaseline's effect is half as good. You've got to watch this video to the end for real results. Big cosmetic companies won't spill the secret, but I'm sharing it only with my Wisdom Well subscribers. Hit subscribe and like now, and stick around. I'm about to reveal Vaseline's miracle, researched my whole career. Want a story? 30 years ago, as a busy surgeon, I went to a US training program. A global cosmetics firm invited me to consult. Visiting their lab, I saw something shocking. "Doc, this is our new premium cream," they said, "set to sell for $650 a jar." Guess the main ingredient in that fancy cream? Vaseline. They called it petrolatum, a specially refined Vaseline, great at locking in moisture. That's when it hit me, cosmetics are mostly marketing. Let me introduce a patient, 72-year-old Mrs. Betty Wilson. She spent $300 monthly on skincare, yet her skin got drier, wrinkles got deeper. I shared my Vaseline trick, and she was skeptical. "Dr. Carter, can this cheap stuff work?" 3 months later, she came to my office, and I was floored. Her skin was transformed. "Doc, it's unreal," she said. "Best skincare I've ever used. My grandkid says my face looks different." Now, let me explain why Vaseline works, plain and simple. Aging skin's biggest issue is moisture loss. As we age, skin loses water fast, causing wrinkles. Vaseline forms a thin barrier to stop moisture from escaping. Think of it as a lid. Picture a bowl of water. Without a lid, it evaporates. Vaseline's that lid. Studies show it blocks up to 98% of moisture loss, something no pricey cream can match. Folks, grab a warm tea and think, how much have you spent on skincare? How'd it work? Now you know Vaseline's secret, so start tonight. Your skin and wallet will thank you. But Vaseline alone isn't enough. My upcoming tips can double or triple the effect. Take a breather and keep going. "Dr. Carter, I got Vaseline," a patient said last week, "but how do I use it?" She's a 76-year-old Mrs. Linda Harris, a lifelong skincare buff. Vaseline works fine alone, but I'm sharing a trick to make it 3 times better. Over 50 years, I've taught patients 4 perfect Vaseline pairings. I want to share them with you. First up, hydrating serum and Vaseline. Got a serum your grandkid gifted you? It's great, but there's a better way. Hyaluronic acid in serums pulls in moisture up to 1,000 times its weight. But left exposed, that moisture evaporates fast. Years ago, 69-year-old Mrs. Susan Davis used a fancy hyaluronic serum with no luck. My advice? Simple. Apply the serum, wait a minute, then dab on a rice grain-sized bit of Vaseline thinly. A month later, Susan's skin was visibly better. "Doc, it's wild," she said. Same serum, totally different results. Vaseline locks in the serum's moisture like a lid. This doubles the effect. One more tip. This works great in winter or heated rooms. Second combo, retinol and Vaseline. My 74-year-old patient, Mrs. Dorothy Clark, said retinol cream stung and reddened her skin. Retinol renews skin and boosts collagen, but it can irritate. My fix. Dorothy, apply retinol, wait 20 to 30 minutes, then add a thin Vaseline layer. The results? Stunning. No more stinging, and retinol worked even better. Key tip: use retinol only at night. Sunlight can harm skin otherwise. Third combo, brightening essence and Vaseline. My wife loves this one. Brightening essence fades spots and even skin tone. After 3 months, her age spots were noticeably lighter. Apply essence, wait 5 minutes, then lightly top with Vaseline. Try it tonight with a calm heart. In 3 months, you'll be shocked at your reflection. Last combo, snail cream and Vaseline. Has anyone tried snail cream? It's great for skin renewal, but the effects fade over time. My 83-year-old colleague saw amazing results with this. Apply snail cream, then seal with Vaseline to extend regeneration, reducing wrinkles. The key: Vaseline amplifies good ingredients when used as a lid. And remember, less is more. A rice grain amount covers your whole face. I do this every night. Pick one of these 4 combos for your skin concerns and start tonight. Your skin and confidence will transform. Want more secrets? Let's keep going. Story time. 15 years ago, 78-year-old Mrs. Margaret Lewis visited my office. She'd seen countless dermatologists. "Doc, I use top-tier creams and treatments, but people guess my age spot on. What gives?" I asked, "Margaret, how do you care for your hands and neck?" She paused. "Hands and neck? I just wash them with soap." I told her, "Margaret, people guess your age from your hands and neck, not your face. Here's a truth. We obsess over faces, but age shows most in other spots: hands, neck, behind ears, elbows, knees. Why? These areas have thinner skin, lose moisture faster, and get more sun." My wife followed my advice from youth, caring for her face, hands, and neck. At 83, people think she's in her early 70s. Let me share my hidden anti-aging Vaseline tips. First, the neck. My patient, Mrs. Emily Johnson, once said, "Dr. Carter, I never knew my neck would wrinkle this much. No one told me to care for it young." Necks have thinner skin, fewer oil glands, and constant movement, so wrinkles form fast. My advice to Emily? Before bed, apply your usual essence or cream to your neck, then seal with a thin Vaseline layer. Stroke upward, not downward. A month later, Emily's neck wrinkles were visibly lighter. She was thrilled. Second, hands. At her 60th anniversary, 80-year-old Mrs. Nancy Brown asked, "Dr. Carter, can my hands look younger? My grandkid's wedding is next month, and I'm embarrassed about photos." My tip? Nancy, tonight, apply a thick layer of moisturizer to your hands, then a thin Vaseline coat. Wear cotton gloves to bed. A week later, her hands were transformed. On the wedding day, she called, overjoyed. Bonus tip: twice a week, do a Vaseline hand mask. Slather it on, wear gloves for 30 minutes. Your hands will look 10 years younger. Third, elbows and knees. My patient, 78-year-old Mr. George Taylor, a golf lover, hated his dark, rough knees in shorts. "George, elbows and knees are neglected but age fast," I said. "Shower, then apply Vaseline while skin's damp. Thicker at night, and by morning, you'll feel silky smooth." George later said, "My knees are so soft now, I'm not shy in shorts anymore." Fourth, behind the ears and earlobes. My daughter once said, "Dad, saggy ears age people." She's right. Sagging earlobes make faces look droopy. Easy fix. When applying skincare, dab some on your ears and earlobes. At night, add a touch of Vaseline for elasticity. Patients love how this tightens skin, making them look younger. Fifth, lips and mouth area. 80-year-old Mrs. Helen Davis asked, "Dr. Carter, my lip lines are so deep. They bug me most. Lips and mouth move thousands of times daily, forming deep smile lines. My tip: Helen, at night, apply Vaseline thickly to lips and the mouth area. It sinks in, smoothing wrinkles and boosting elasticity. A month later, Helen's lines were softer. I smile now, and the lines aren't as deep, she said happily. Lastly, the eye area. My wife always says, "Honey, age shows in the eyes." So true. Fine lines and sagging eyelids add years. My eye care trick: apply eye cream, then a barely there Vaseline layer. Too much can puff eyes, so go light. My wife's eyes stay firm thanks to this. The core of all this? Consistency. My 78-year-old patient, Mrs. Patricia Adams, said, "Dr. Carter, I didn't see much at first. But 3 months in, it's night and day. Vaseline's a habit now. Start tonight, and you'll see stunning changes." Doubt me? Try a simple test. Apply Vaseline to one hand only for a month. Compare hands. You'll be shocked. But beware. Without the precautions in the next section, you might harm your skin, especially if it's oily or acne-prone. Watch on to avoid trouble. I've covered face, neck, hands, and elbows, but you need these warnings for full effect. Dr. Carter, I'm oily-skinned. Can I use Vaseline? A common question in my office. When 76-year-old Mrs. Ruth King asked, I checked her skin closely. "Ruth, your skin type doesn't change with age. Oily skin needs caution with Vaseline. It's great, but not universal." Today, I'll share tips for oily or acne-prone skin. I've got oily skin myself. At 87, my forehead and nose still shine. So, this is from experience. First, oily skin shouldn't use Vaseline all over the face. My patient, 71-year-old Mr. Frank Harris, ignored this and slathered it on his oily face, worsening acne. "Frank, for oily skin, use a tiny amount only on dry areas," I said. "Skip the T-zone, forehead, nose, chin, and apply thinly to dry spots like cheeks or under eyes." After this tweak, Frank's skin improved. Second, never put Vaseline directly on acne. Mrs. Diane Walker, 71, had persistent jawline acne. She tried Vaseline on it, and it got worse. "Diane, acne comes from clogged pores," I explained. "Vaseline can clog more. Use it only around dry areas near acne." This balanced her skin's moisture without breakouts. My 20-something granddaughter, also acne-prone, uses Vaseline only at night on non-acne spots and washes thoroughly in the morning. Her acne eased, dryness gone. Third, a special Vaseline combo. My patient, 70-year-old Mrs. Barbara Young, battled acne and dryness. My trick: Barbara, mix 1 or 2 drops of tea tree oil with a rice-sized bit of Vaseline. Tea tree's antibacterial power calms acne, while Vaseline locks in moisture. Barbara solved both issues. Fourth, ointments and Vaseline. A colleague with dermatitis struggled. I suggested applying ointment, then a thin Vaseline layer to seal it. The effect doubled. "Dr. Carter, same ointment, totally different results," he marveled. Fifth, allergy-prone folks, always patch test. 83-year-old Mrs. Shirley Moore had redness after trying Vaseline. "Shirley, test new products on your inner arm or behind your ear for a day," I said. No reaction. Safe for your face. This prevents surprises. Lastly, don't overdo Vaseline. I learned this the hard way. Too much feels sticky. A rice-sized amount, spread thinly, is perfect. Use it only at night. Daytime use attracts dust and feels greasy. Follow these tips, and Vaseline will work wonders. Ignore them, and you might backfire. Next, I'll share the ultimate Vaseline nighttime routine. This is the key to skin that looks 10 years younger. Dr. Carter, I'm 78. Why bother with skin care? It's too late, said Mrs. Evelyn Turner years ago. I shared my mentor's wisdom: giving up ages you. Start today, and tomorrow's better. My mentor, active at 92, exercised and cared for his skin daily. His habits inspired me. Evelyn was skeptical but tried my Vaseline routine. 6 months later, her skin, especially her hands and neck, was stunning. "Doc, my grandkid says my hands are so soft." "I'm glad I started," she said. Folks, it's never too late. Start today, see progress tomorrow, and in a year, your skin's transformed. My wife says, at our age, it's not about beauty, it's healthy aging. She's right. Skincare isn't vanity. It's your body's first defense. Now, here's the Vaseline nighttime routine. Miss this, and all my tips lose half their power. It's simple but sequential. First, wash your face with lukewarm water. Hot water dries skin. Second, pat with a towel, leaving slight dampness. Products absorb better. Third, apply your usual essence or serum. No serum. Vaseline alone works. Fourth, let it sink in for a minute or two. Take deep breaths to relax. Fifth, take a rice-sized bit of Vaseline, warm it in your fingers, and apply thinly, focusing on deep wrinkles. Lastly, don't forget special areas: neck, hands, elbows, ears, lips, and eyes. This small nightly ritual is the secret to healthy aging. I've shared 50 years of Vaseline wisdom. Now it's your turn. Tonight's tiny habit will reshape your future. If it feels overwhelming, start with one thing, like Vaseline on your hands. That small step will boost your skin, confidence, and life quality. I'm Dr. James Carter, wishing your skin, health, and life shine brighter. If this helped, hit subscribe and like. Have a cozy night, and start your Vaseline routine for a healthier, more vibrant tomorrow. Thank you.